What's going on, everybody? It's your boy SoFly Trades here, back with another video. And today I'm here just to talk about my trading strategy and how I personally use my trading strategy. Um, I feel like I went over it in past videos, but I'll go over it more in depth and only focus on how I use my strategy in this video. Because my strategy is for those traders who want to make their life simple and don't want to overcomplicate things. But without further ado, I'll just go ahead and jump right into it today. Okay, so right here, I'm on my 1 minute time frame on SPY. The market is currently still open right now, but I didn't really find any good setups today, simply because I didn't really like price action as much. And usually, when we have big news later on in the week, in the beginning of the week, we sometimes chop around, and that's kind of what we've been doing. But long story short, my strategy basically consists of breaks and retests coupled with volume. So I look for a break and retest of a key level and make sure that it's validated with volume. So I'll just kind of go over an example here. So as you can see here, we kept breaking this 397.66 area that's in my supply zone. So long story short, if I wanted to look for call options, I'd look for this break above and a retest of this level, basically touching this level again. But I like this retest to be on lower volume, and I like for us to trail back in the ideal direction with increasing volume. As you can see here, this is our 1 minute time frame. So I'll go to my 5 minutes so you can see better price action. So we pushed up and we kind of reclaim this level right here on decreasing volume, which is good in a sense that you reclaimed it on decreasing volume, but this candlestick wasn't showing that buyers were really there, simply because I didn't see a wick on the bottom of this candlestick. I didn't see any big wicks, so it wasn't really looking good to me. Long story short, that was this taking this rejection down to this 397 key level was invalidated for me. Second thing I would look for, again, let's go back to my 1 minute time frame, because I enter on my 1 minute. I look for entries on my 1 minute time frame. Okay, as you can see here, we broke above again to the intraday high of 398.34. As we were trailing, as we were going up, volume was increasing slightly, but as volume was increasing, we had the buyers falling off. We had the candles getting slightly smaller, and with this wick right here, it was telling me that this volume candlestick was not strictly full of buyers. And not even that, it's slightly above average volume, which, you want to see a bigger, you'd like to see a bigger candlestick to form with slightly above average volume, because remember, volume is the effort of the market and the result is the candlestick. And the effort was slightly above average here, but the result wasn't adding up to that candlestick. So, I was just looking for pullbacks around this 397.66 area. And then we reclaimed this area. As you can see, volume started increasing as we were reclaiming this area. It decreased slightly as we got to this 21-day EMA. And it started shooting up. Volume started shooting up, which was higher than the previous high volume. And whenever you reclaim a level like that on increasing volume, that means the break and retest isn't valid, and you should be a little bit more patient and wait for price action. But long story short, if I was to take put options, this is what I'd like to see. I like to see, the trail back down, the pullback on increasing volume, telling me that sellers are actually there, and vice versa. If I want to buy calls, I look for if we were in a downtrend, more specifically, or even an uptrend, I'd like to buy calls. Say if we were in this uptrend right here, I like to buy calls after we pull back and start going back in the continued direction with increasing volume. So volume is really the key factor here. I base mainly all my trades off of volume. in price action. These indicators that I have here are more of like a secondary trigger to tell me if the market is bearish or bullish at the time. But other than that, I'll just go over everything one more time, and we'll call it a day, because time is money and time is our most valuable asset. So once again, my strategy is this: I wait for a break above or break below with a retest of that key level on low volume. And then after we have that low volume retest and we start trending back in the direction that I want it to go, if volume is increasing in the direction that I want it to go, then I'll get inside the trade, because that's telling me buyers or sellers, whichever way you're going, is actually there and the move is valid. And then you can have more confidence to hold. And then that's when you set your stop loss below the previous high or previous low of the play that you just took, and make sure it's under or above that key level. Give it a little bit room to breathe so you don't choke your trade, because market makers like to take out people's stop losses. So make sure you never choke your trade. But other than that, that's all I wanted to come today and talk to you guys about. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and just wanted to tell you guys really how my strategy works. Mainly, it's pretty simple. All I use is volume and price action. But other than that, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and let's get rich together. Peace.